asked John Lynch, hey, you've had some issues keeping your quarterbacks healthy over the years. Is there something you're going to do to fix that, or is it out of your hands? And he looked at me like he never considered it. And he was like, he pretty much put it on the players. Go ahead, Dad.
And then there's a key, it's a whole paragraph, but
yeah,
there's a key sentence. He's talking about Trey Lance, and he says he's obviously going to have to prove that he can stay healthy. In other words, he kicked him in the balls right in the press conference.
Square in the balls.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to talk about John Lynch's etiquette, which I have trouble with in this case. I like John Lynch. But I want to talk about the perception or the assertion that he has trouble keeping himself healthy. So let's talk about that particular issue. He missed most of the season because he broke his leg running up the middle. I don't think that's being injury prone. I think he got his leg broken. Other people might have got their leg broken running up the middle on that play.
Right.
So to say,
like he had like a weak bone, an ankle that was prone to getting broken. No, he got his leg broken. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So I don't consider that injury prone. But let's go through, Iggy, you know his injuries better than I do, and tell me what his other injuries with the 49ers were.
Well, it started in preseason. He was playing late in the second quarter of against the Raiders. I mean, this was like the last preseason game. He was in with a bunch of people that weren't going to make the team against people who weren't going to make the team. Relatively clumsy players who were trying very hard to make the team. And he broke the index finger in his throwing hand, throwing and hitting it against the helmet. That's a serious injury, and it affected him all season. That was for starters.
Then, was that this season?
That was last season. That was before his rookie season started, and that was when he was competing for the starting spot. They were considering having a 2-quarterback offense, and he was really outplaying Jimmy Garoppolo in camp. Then that happened, and it sort of handed the starting job to Jimmy.
Okay.
Then Jimmy gets hurt early in the season. Trey Lance comes in, has his first start against the Arizona Cardinals. They run him 16 times, which may have been a record for a quarterback in a game at the time, and he injures his knee during the game from just straight up overuse as a running back.
Okay. And those are his injuries.
Those are his injuries.
Do you consider, when not counting the broken leg, do you consider the finger and the knee a guy being injury prone?
No. I mean, unless he has shown that he just breaks bones all the time and is seriously calcium deficient. No, this seems like a quarterback who's being used as a battering ram and needs to be protected a little bit better.
Yeah, because I agree with you. When I think of players that get injured, I think of soft tissue injuries.
Yeah.
Muscle pulls, stuff like that, or self-inflicted injuries. And I want to say, Kittle, didn't he once miss time? He was warming up and hurt himself?
Yeah.
And he missed time? So
yeah.
If you accuse this kid of being injury-prone, you've got to go down that lineup and you've got to talk about George Kittle.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel.
Deebo, and that Eric Armstead.
Eric Armstead missed half a season. I mean, Nick Bosa missed a full season. No one says anything about him.
Yeah. So why would you single out this kid when these other people get injured and, in the case of Kittle, injure themselves? I don't like it, and I don't think it's accurate, is what I'm saying. And I want to tell you something else. Because a lot of people on Twitter always favor whatever management says. If the management said the moon is made out of cheese, they would agree. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. I got so angry at the Twitter people.
You were saying that Twitter people always go with the team narrative. So what was the team narrative that you were saying they're going along with here with Trey Lance and John Lynch?
Oh, yes, I got it.
Yeah.
Not only did he get injured, thank you for saving me, Iggy.
Got you.
Not only did he get injured at the 49ers, I have had several tweets, and one from our friend Fred Inglis, who used to be at Channel 2, saying check his college history. He had a lot of injuries there. Now, let me just talk for a minute.
It's news to me.
Let's say he got injured in college, which I'm not sure, but let's say. why would they have drafted him and give up
Yeah.
3 first-round picks? If he was
Yeah.
injury-prone, then it's on Kyle and John, not on him.
Right.
If he was injury-prone in college, don't freaking draft him and the way they did. Iggy, was he injury-prone in college?
From what I understand, he redshirted a year because they had an incumbent starter. He played as a redshirt freshman. He went undefeated and won the national title in Division II. He came back the next year, played 1 game, and opted out of the rest of the season because of the COVID pandemic. That was his career. That's what I know about what happened to him in college. So I don't know.
Yeah, but what I want to say is I think people support management so much, they reach.
Yeah, they absolutely do reach. And I think part of the reason that Trey Lance has never really gotten a fair shot here is because management's been a little inconsistent with their messaging about Trey.